Okay, so I'll just do a little quick throw to get the name of somebody who is trustworthy, because I was on the pendulum right now off camera and I was talking to somebody from the spirit realm who was giving me all the answers of some questions that I was asking, but since it was meant to be off camera, it's off camera. Anyway, so this person is giving me the name of somebody who's trustworthy, and so that's what I'm doing. Okay. So because somebody is trustworthy, that's what we are asking for. Who's trustworthy? This is what we've got. ANU. New. But we're only looking for new cell. Okay, so the person's initials are somewhere over here. My mom is Anu, so she's speaking to me, and that's good. Because that's what I told you. I'm talking to my mom and to Kiran uncle. That's what I told you. So my mom's talking to me, and my mom's name is Anu Sadrangani. Okay, and I don't know what to make of this. So the initials of the person who is trustworthy is very much over here. My mom Anu, of course, is very trustworthy, but the thing is, she has already passed over. So she's the one who was directing me in the pendulum throw. So she's no more with Kiran uncle. So okay. Okay, so anyway, I think over here it says new land. C new EU land. C new EU land. Okay, so I checked on the pendulum off camera, and what I got is that because we got the word LAN and we got the word cell. So I wanted to know if the travel was via broadband, internet or then mobile telephony. So I got a no for that. It's not via mobile telephony and it is not via broadband or wireless or the IP. It's not IP shifting travel, not that kind of stuff. It is it is actual travel, physical travel with visa, passport, because I checked the way we travel for us, our studies, for the student visa and whatever. So with a visa, with a passport being stamped, actual physical travel abroad. Okay, I'm guessing I asked, was it, is the name of the person over here fully? She says no, it's not fully over here. The initials are over here. She says yes. Okay, what is interesting over here is the word and too. ANE. So Anu's my mom, and I'm still figuring out who is Anne. Or it could be connected with LA in some way. LA and new. So my mom is trying to see you. So my mom is trying to tell me that Anne, who is Sam's mother, she's no more. And that's exactly what I asked off camera. Because there are many people who have passed away in my setup. The list of people who have passed away, I wrote it in this book, for whom there are plenty of shapeshifters. This is what I was doing off camera. The ones who are still alive were written over here. This is what I was doing off camera. So if you would like to know who all have passed away, that is why this question is what? Who can I trust? Due to which I will be moving with that person to wherever I have to move to. It is part of the timeline. I asked my mom, who's called Anu. She's mentioned in this read. I asked my mom, am I supposed to actively go and look at getting a visa to travel abroad solo? She says absolutely not. Whoever it is with whom I'm supposed to travel abroad, they will be arriving over here and with them we will go. But the point is, who are they and who is it who is trustworthy? That is what was needed to be found out. And that is why this read has been done. Okay, if you'd like to know who all is no more in the family, in my family, then let me explain it to you. So AM is my mom, Anita Merchant, who before marriage was Anu Sadrangani. So her name is over here as Anu. Kiran Merchant, her second husband. Kani Advani is my father, but we all know that Kani Advani is no more. So that's why I didn't ask about him. But Kiran Merchant is my mom's second husband, and that's why I asked about him and I got he's no more. KG is my very, very loved cousin called Kabir Gupta. Yet Kabir Gupta's behavior, according to me, was not like my cousin. So I had to ask. So he's no more. My own sister JAYA.ADVANI, we have a different kind of equation from a very young age, especially because my mom, Anita Advani, left my dad when we were pretty, I was 10 and Varsha would have been 7. That means the two of us kind of have enough time amongst each other, with no third party interference really. So we have our own equation. That equation is not seen since a particular time, and I wondered whether it was because of her marriage. It's not because of her marriage, it's because she's no more in the body. So Varsha Advani is no more. Then there is Umesh Hingorani, again a very loved cousin. Alright, he's no more in the body. He's also passed away. Koshi Gupta, no more in the body. No, I didn't ask about Koshi Gupta, I asked about Akhil Gupta. So Akhil Gupta, Kabir Gupta's younger brother, the boy in the red shirt, who I show you, hanging around my cousin, I show you I'm wearing the black shirt. That photo. It's not, we cannot zoom in over there, but that's the photo where we had a lot of fun. That's one cousin brother in this photo. That's his brother Kabir Gupta in that photo. So we know what our family is like. We know what our relationship with each other is. And luckily for us, our family had one motto. That is, we should be around each other even up to our second cousins, like a closed fist. So we stayed that way in a way, and that is why we are able to identify the discrepancies in behavioral patterns, because we were with each other for family relationships. If destiny was kind to us, it was kind to us. But mostly we knew each other for the family relationships, actually for the person. Alright? So Akhil Gupta is no more. His wife Sarah Kaur is also no more. His wife Sarah Kaur also is no more. They all have shapeshifters for them. Now, surprising, that's my family. On the other hand, there are people who are not from my family, yet they are from my family, but not people we're very, close to or very fond of while growing up. So here also there are some people who are from the family and yet some who are not. Okay, so we start with SRL and PRL. Who is SRL? Who is PRL? SRL is Sanjeev Rajan Lekhraj. PRL is Praveen Rajan Lekhraj, his younger brother. Apparently both of them are no more. Sam Rane and his mother Anne Rane. Anne has a shapeshifter for her. She is not the original Anne Rane. Your golden hair blonde lady married to Sam's father, who was very rich, is not the same woman. She's a clone. This is the 5th time I'm getting the same thing. Shirdi Sai Baba has literally pointed over his shoulder with his eyes through some photo, maybe this one only, just pointing somewhere on the back of my board saying that her Atma is around or her soul is around. She's doing some talking. And no, she's not the lady cloning for the real Sam and Anne Rane in wherever, LA or wherever the hell you're watching my home. You're sitting on the edge because you're scared that I'll find out that you've cloned the real Anne Rane. Otherwise, why would you be with your witchy fingers like a lizard watching my home all the time? Why would you do that? Obviously, you are scared. You don't have what the original lady had. And let's just call her a lady. Okay, then we have Binu Sadrangani or Binu Rao. We have Shilpa Rao or Shilpa Sadrangani or Sunil Sadrangani or Sunil Rao and Anil Rao and Anil Sadrangani. They are no more. That entire family is no more. Finally, we have Shaira Sadrangani. Shaira Sadrangani is Manjeet Mama's daughter, who I was shown she is no more in the body, but she used to left the body even before she got married to Max at St. Martin. Who got married to Max in St. Martin is not Shaira. Her brother Devane is still alive. The ones who are alive, this I did off camera, okay? Because I didn't want this to be for public viewing. The ones who are alive is myself, who's Jaya.ADVANI. Then my oldest cousin sister, Trimona Hingorani. But Trimona Hingorani is alive, but apparently she's not in a good state. She's the one who's had the most traumatic life. So she could have been pulled off and kidnapped, but she's alive. She's alive, but she's not in a good state. My cousin Trimona Hingorani is alive, but she's not in a good state. So I said either she's been pulled off the grid or she has been kidnapped. She's not in a good state, but she's alive. She hasn't left the body. Then there is Pramila Hingorani, she's alive. Nitesh Gupta is alive. Divan Sadrangani, Shaira Sadrangani's brother is alive, but Shaira is not alive anymore. Okay? And Shaira passed away much earlier, even before she got married to Max. And of course, my cousin Aarti Nanthur is alive. I checked about Bertila. Bertila is alive. Bertila is a good girl, but Bertila is not around my home. It is Mrs. Madhav E. Reddy who is not alive. The girl who has worked in my house from the end of 2020 and throughout the year 21. That girl is no more in the body. That girl is no more in the body. That girl has had shapeshifters coming on her identity to work at my home. Finally, Anand Khandelwal, because we got his name, Anand, and his name is and because we got earlier Anand and Andy. That is the reason why I checked again. He's alive. Okay? So he's still in the body. So the reason I went off track and I had to show you all of that is because of what this is saying. From LA, Anne, the new version of Anne, watches my home, but she's not the original Anne, and I'm guessing this has to be Anne Rani. It could also be that version of Anne who was killed, and she has a replica of her. So either Anne is Anu or Anne is Anne. I don't know who Anne is, but there is an Anne Rani. She's not a original, she's a replica, and she watches my home. Now, I don't know if Anne was connected to Cotton World in some way. LA and EU, Cotton World. And she's giving her 2 pies to the United Nations, is what this is saying. But she's not the original Anne. Just be careful who you're taking the advice from. LA Anu New CW. Okay, anyway, this is not about Anu, it is not about Anne. This is about who is trustworthy. Either someone who has shapeshifted into Cotton World. They're watching my home. NA is watching my home, maybe through the LAN and through what was it saying? Cell. But the boy's name is somewhere here because I checked, is it a girl who's going to come forward? Or is it because of a boy that I'll be traveling abroad? It was because of a boy, not because of a girl. So, who? Okay, so we have to trust the man and not to trust the women. Because again, we asked in the throw, are we supposed to trust the women? They said no, trust the man. Also, something about wool being pulled over somebody. So, wool is WOOL. It says Nikhil Advani and wool C. So I don't know if somebody has pulled wool over somebody, or or Anne saw Nikhil Advani and some wool connected with them. Maybe there is some luck. Nikhil Advani and Luck Cotton World. Or something to do with the Lou. Luna being the moon. Luna NA Cotton World. It could be a Luna EA Cotton World. Somebody who is working in Cotton World, maybe. Or shape shifting for the originals. They are EAs, they're not the originals. So actually, for those who are in Bombay, or whoever's left over from the Lakraj family, you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful. I don't know what it is with Cotton World, but you got to be really careful. L is for Lakraj, if we assume L is for Lakraj. So who is left over there? Laveen Lakraj should be an LL. Raveen Lakraj is no more. Sanjeev Lakraj is no more. Malu is not mentioned. Jaya Lakraj is not mentioned, she's married. Shabnam Lakraj is not mentioned. Leena is Leena Lakraj. None of them are mentioned. I don't know who's here. No Jay, no Tanisha, none of their kids. Shalu, no. Rajan Lakraj, Huri Lakraj, none of them. Ashok Lakraj. Jaya and Shabnam's father. That's the only one who's mentioned. I can't see anyone else mentioned here. I don't know if you spell it as UN or UNE. It means only one left. It's like do quote or something of that sort. I don't know. My French is not good. But 1, 2, 3 in French. So this is one. Either it's UN or UNE. So just one. Okay, so 1 to 10 in French, 1 is UN. Okay. 1 in French, 2 is the, 3 is trois, 4 is quatre. That is what I was saying. Okay. So only one person. One new. C. Oh, here, uncle. I told you I was talking to my mom and uncle, my mom's second husband. They're talking to me via the pendulum. Because that's what, when my mom got married to Kiran uncle, she said, you got your own father, he's JAYA.ADVANI, and uncle is uncle, so call him uncle. So I said, yeah, okay, all right. Basically, I'm just an Advani. I'm an Advani. Kiran uncle is Kiran merchant. And our family, I don't think we screw each other at all. So this new lot that has come in, they only screw people over. They're really bad shit. And that's how you stand out like a sore thumb. Because my own family that I've grown up with are nothing like you. Absolutely nothing like you. So you see, we got Kiran uncle over here because he's uncle. And my mom is Anu Satangani. Straightforward people. Okay. Now I don't know if there is Lenka. Like not Lanka, but Lenka. Okay, so off camera, I did a pendulum read. And what I got about the person who is trustworthy, LUW or WUL. are the letters that I had to concentrate on. Either it is from L, or it is U, or it is W. I don't know anybody with any of those initials. But what was left behind was then NCAN. So NCAN makes no difference, it doesn't make sense. So what I got was NACAN LUW. NA is still alive. He and AB are still alive. But NA for sure is still alive. So I will close this session over here because apparently okay, it is some words not over there, not over there, it is over here. She says it's got to do with this. Okay, that's what it's got to do with. All that we don't consider. And she also went on record to say that Lanka is America. So I was right in getting the download that number 4, number 4, number 4. Whether it is the 4th of July, whether it is NATO 44444, 4 is a real problem. It is an Asur number. You have to be very careful when dealing with that number.